Hey, it's Roland. In this video, I'm going to show you how to look at a page's source code and see if you can identify anything that might be causing indexing issues in Google. So in order to look at a page's source code, you first want to navigate to that page. So here I am on our sample site, legosofmylouis.com. And to look at the source code on Firefox or Chrome browsers, all you do is right-click the website and go View Page Source. So that's the same on Chrome and Firefox. I use Firefox for most of my web development needs. I found it's the best, although Chrome developer tools are good as well. Internet Explorer will work, but I wouldn't recommend it, and Safari also works, but I prefer Firefox. So once we do that, what comes up is another window here, and that's displaying the source code for this homepage of this website. And so I can scroll all the way down, and you can see all the code that's making up the homepage here. There's a few key areas you just want to make yourself familiar with enough that you could go and look at this and know somewhat, what to look for. And so those areas are the website head, which you can see is always at the top, and that usually ends right. You'll be able to find it down below. There's a closing head tag right there. So everything in between there kind of is where all the meta information, all your SEO settings, if you have them, are all set in there. And so below the closing head down here, we have the content area. And so in here, you might look for things like, red things that are broken code maybe, as well as like diving deeper into, here it's listing out the blog post, which is good because the crawler can come and crawl through this, but sometimes it's just all JavaScript, which the crawler can't read. It doesn't know, the content isn't actually rendered for the crawler like we see here. So there's things like that that get a little more complicated and deeper. But the two areas you want to be most concerned with are the header and the footer. And so you can see all the scripts are down in the footer down here. And then all the meta information and whatnot is up in the head up here. And so the particular section that I'm going to focus on is the meta properties, and those especially inside the Yoast WordPress SEO plugin section of the head. And usually what you want to do is compare and say, are any of these properties duplicated up here in the themes settings? So sometimes you'll see where the title meta property is also defined in the theme, and so it's defined twice. And so actually we see that right here where the title is defined right here, and then the title is defined down here. It has OG there standing for original, and so it's just going with what the WordPress setting for that title is. It's not actually defined in the Yoast plugin for this page. And so otherwise, things we want to look for, make sure that the words no index are not on the home page. If you're having problems with I'm just Command F finding, looking for no index words anywhere on this page, that would say, hey, crawler, don't index this page. That would be if perhaps your whole site wasn't showing up in Google, that could be a problem. But overall, I'm not seeing a lot of problems here. Everything looks pretty good. As far as the Yoast settings, there's definitely not as optimized here as it should be. I'm going to cover that in another video, how to set that up properly and whatnot. So yeah, that's how you examine the source code of a website. I noticed one thing, like this is that red I'm talking about in the body. And this is the browser being smart and saying, hey, I know what this is. This is an ampersand, but it should have a character code. But it is actually just a part of the URL. So it's, all red down here isn't necessarily bad, but sometimes you'll see red that's blowing up like a whole section, and that might be problematic. So it's just something to kind of go through, and you see them in here, and kind of be aware of. So yeah, that's it. Feel free to make yourself more comfortable in here. You can read all about how the source code composes the page and everything to learn as much about it as you'd like. But yeah, thanks for listening so far. I'm going to keep this video short. I hope it was helpful for you. Thanks.